Back on the Run Pure Sports YouTube channel for another 2-game NBA slate with the man, the myth, the legend, Big T himself. He's in his Denver blue. He's ready to go for his Nuggies tonight. I can't wait to get to that showdown slate. But Big T, we had some interesting games yesterday. We had a nice little what looked to be a blowout, and then somehow the C squad from the Warriors made it a game, which was just wild to me. Pat Spencer gets thrown out for some stupid bullshit call, but like that was just crazy how the Rockets just allowed them to get back in that game and even make it a wonder, like, is Steve Kerr going to bring his starters back in like towards the end? Because they were nipping at the heels. I think they got it to like 11 at one point, and I was like, oh shit, like he might bring the starters back. He didn't, except for Buddy, because obviously Pat Spencer got thrown out. But that was a crazy game. And then the Lakers Timberwolves series, man, that game, if you would have told me, Big T, that Anthony Edwards missed like 10 threes and the Wolves shot 7 for 47 or whatever it was from 3-point range, I would have said, man, they lost by 30. Like Luka and the Lakers ran away with it. That is not what happened. Minnesota pretty much controlled the game the entire time. Like watching the game, I was never like worried. If I were to be on the Minnesota side, I would have never been worried watching that game. I thought Minnesota had the game the entire time, even with all the missed shots and Anthony Edwards not playing good. And Rudy Gobert coming out of nowhere, like that dude was nowhere in this series, and then all of a sudden just smashed and won all the showdown money. What did you think of last night, Big T?
Yeah, interesting night all around. And I mean, that first game, I mean, they could have come back and won. I mean, Houston had to put their guys back in. I tweeted it too when it was still like an 18-point game. I said, if they don't bring their dudes back, like Golden State's going to win, because Spencer, no matter what, he's not like going to crush in the NBA, but that dude is an absolute hooper. He thinks he's better than Steph Curry in his own mind. Like that dude thinks he's incredible, and he plays with that swag that just is going to destroy a scrub unit. Like in a 30-point game, if you went to like a Pro-Am league, I guarantee that dude scores 40 a game. Like that dude is I love that guy. And then he headbutts a dude to get thrown out. Like everything about that guy I like, but man, they would have came back and won. Houston had to put their guys back in. It was, and what about Kerr? Just literally, which I don't like totally disagree with. Like he just was ready to quit at halftime. I know they're down like that, but like, do you really have to quit in the third quarter?
I mean, I knew it right when that timeout happened. I knew he was quitting.
I knew it too, because it's Kerr.
I knew it.
But and then that's like with the announcers, I don't think their dudes weren't coming back ever. I don't think. Like once you take them out and they're done, like I think you got to leave them. The only case could be maybe if it's like a 1-possession game with like a minute left or something. But either way, your other guys are mowing so hard that I think you just leave them and say, screw it. Like you got us here, bring us home. And it almost worked.
It almost worked. I mean, Pat Spencer getting thrown out was not ideal, considering
Definitely,
he was playing.
He was cooking them, man. He was
cooking them. Him and that stash. Him and that stash were just cooking that Houston Rockets team right there.
He was destroying Reed Shepherd, like destroying him.
Dude, what happened to the Rockets in the first half and then the second? It was just a completely different team, and maybe it was because they thought like it was just over. They kind of like
what they thought for sure,
you know. And then all of a sudden,
do teams not watch any other game though? You can't in the play. You've got to like Houston's got to leave their dudes in until it is 100% over. Like just keep playing, go up 50 if you have to, like some of these teams do. And then once you're like, you just can't. Like, what if they would have lost that? They definitely could have lost that game. They could have. Yeah, it was like easily. One. If that technical didn't happen, someone missed a corner three that was wide open.
They got what 3 free throws out of that play too. By the way, that technical that was crazy. Like they got 3 free throws out of it. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty much what I expected in that game. I mean, Golden State's a vet team. They don't care, which they showed. They punted quick. Game 6 will be for all the marbles, which Golden State could still win in 7 too, even if Houston somehow won, obviously. But That's what I wanted. I wanted a big time game 6 on Friday. I said it yesterday. And then I thought the Lakers, I was with you, like Minnesota. I had the Lakers in that parlay, but then I bet Minnesota in the first half. And I felt like they were just in control the whole time. The only time I thought the Lakers were going to win was when they finally got the lead after everything that happened. They finally got a freaking lead in the fourth, and it looked like they were going to push forward. And
It was
then
like
3 straight
85.
trips.
It was like 85, 84 or something like
And
that.
they worked so hard to get it, though. It was like they grinded all night. And then there was like 3 straight possessions. It was back up to 7. And I'm like, oh, there that went. Right back to it. So, and Rudy, I mean, every day, I'll always be honest with us. Like, we've had a chance pretty much every day. I mean, if Rudy goes for, where's my sheet? He goes for freaking 62 fantasy points. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, I'm just not going to have – I did have Rudy because I play everyone now in the showdown. But, like, main slate, I'm never playing him. And even though he's low-owned, which he's super low, it doesn't matter when it's a 2-game in showdown because some people are going to have him in the captain. Like, it doesn't matter. Everyone gets played a little. So, when he gets that – when he outscores Luka and LeBron and Ant, I mean – I'm probably not going to have the nuts that night. So you just got to move on to the next day. And everybody acting like he was like incredible. Even him, he's like in the post-game interview, so annoying. Some night it's Ant's night. Some night it's Randall's night. Some night it's my night. No, it's not, Rudy. You played a team with all 6'5" guys and you dominated. Like, come on.
And by the way, just to be clear, this team hasn't changed what they've done every game at the end of game, almost all game anyways. They played that lineup every game, Tony. So where was I just think it's funny how like the Rudy people will come out after one game when he was non-existent the entire series. They won't talk about game 3 where he had 1 point and 3 rebounds against that same small team in 25 minutes of action. You can't have 1 point and 3 rebounds against a team where their tallest guy is 6'6", and then come with the, oh, Rudy, we told you Rudy's great. Like even our boy JVC, like that dude jerks off to Rudy, and he was atting us in the chat because he finally had a game, and I'm like, that's why Shaq. I don't know if you saw Shaq in the
I love the halftime. I was dying.
Or halftime, and he was just like Rudy. Gobert.
I was dying laughing. That was the funniest moment of the whole postseason. And then they were making fun of him after the game, saying Superman is in the building. I was dying laughing.
It was Shaq so
was
good.
Laughing. It was too good.
Yeah.
Chuck
hey,
was
listen,
like, he would dunk it right on your head. He'd block you, and it was so funny.
If Rudy Gobert plays half as good as that, then the Timberwolves probably win the title if he can consistently do that.
He's not playing 6'5" dudes all playoffs.
Definitely not.
This is why the Lakers lost too more than I think why they lost. I mean, Austin Reeves. I've given you all the credit in the world, Austin Reeves. I think you're awesome. My God, were you bad at this series? You were so horrendous in this series that I can't even speak words on how bad you were.
Yeah, I mean, when your top 3 guys were kind of bad in the game, you're not going to win
in the series. I don't think LeBron was pretty good in the series. Luka was terrible.
Yeah, he was. I would say he was the best. There were some fourth quarters where he kind of disappeared.
He probably freaking ran out of gas, man. He's playing
maybe
40-something minutes, and he's having to guard bigs too.
But you're right though. Like you can't have your best player and your third best player be bad in the series. Like you can't. You just can't.
And you got no big. I mean, they're just limited. This is why nothing tilts me like LeBron, whatever it is. But when people just crush JJ Redick, it like hurts my soul. Like, how is the JJ Redick's fault? What is he supposed to do?
You know what?
Jackson Hayes is the answer.
You know it's his fault? Not screaming at the front office about Mark Williams trade
to let the
when
trade
they had
actually
him
go through.
Yeah, let that like literally not ripping into everyone who decided to make that. I mean, they needed a big. Like they needed a big.
Any big too. Like you can't have no bigs. I hate bigs. You can't have no bigs.
Yeah. Hey, you live. They that's what they rode with, Tony. The small ball lineup.
It was so bad that they dusted off Maxi Kleber, who looked like a fish out of water out there. He was like moving too fast. Like he looked like a football dude playing basketball. He's just rumbling into people and out of control, and like he looked weird out there.
I mean, when you don't play basketball for that long, you barely I don't even know if he practiced with the team. Like, did
That
he
was
practice
weird.
with the team? I have no idea. Like, and then you just come out there. I mean, what are you gonna do? But hey, it's whatever. Listen, the Lakers series. I thought the Lakers pre-series were gonna do it.
Yeah, me too.
I was wrong. I was wrong. I
I'm
thought,
still
like,
tilted too because I had the Lakers were what, -180 or something. I forget what I bet them at.
yeah,
-1.
minus 160,
It
minus
kills
180.
me losing
Like
that juice. I freaking hate losing that juice with favorites.
yeah.
I've been kicking myself about it. Like, what am I doing?
Again, though, that's a series where you just watch it and you go, well, at least I just watched it and I was like, I was wrong. Like, Ant was the
Yeah.
best player in the series. And even though he had the bad game, he was still the best player in the series and it wasn't even close. And
Yeah.
that's kind of, and their role players played well for a good amount of games. They got
I mean,
really good
Randall was
games out of the
awesome.
role players.
Randall was better than Cat was at any point last year. Like, Randall was awesome.
Randall hit some big shots in that fourth quarter where the
Physical shots,
momentum,
which is different though. Physical, like into them and
yeah.
just sticking it right in your face.
But no, where the momentum was like shifting towards the Lakers, it was like when
Yeah.
you talked about the Lakers got the lead for a sec, and then
Right.
Randall would hit multiple shots in a row. I think he had like Gabe Vincent on him on the left side, and he was like, "Give me the ball."
He had LeBron on him, 2 of
Or
those. He
LeBron.
took it right to LeBron and stuck it in his grill.
Whoever it was, he
Yeah,
was
it
just like
wasn't a little guy. He took it to their heart and stuff.
I thought it
Randall
was
impressed
Vincent.
me.
I thought it was
I
Vincent
mean, it
one
was
or
more
two
than
of the
one
times,
possession.
but
It could have been Vincent too, but the ones I'm talking about was on LeBron's kitchen.
But again, though, that's where like Ant's having a bad game. Everyone knows it. Get the ball to Julius, and Julius was having a
And to
better
his
game.
credit, did it too. I mean, Ant was feeding him to his credit.
Yeah. I will say this. That's what makes Anthony Edwards, in my opinion, different than other superstars is he is so fine if he doesn't have it
Yeah.
to allow others to get, and he like wants them to be good. He like roots on it. He roots for Jaden McDaniels. He roots for Julius and even Rudy. Like he has all their backs and he roots for that shit. He can't wait to go gloat about how Rudy had, what'd he say? He goes, yeah, it's like a dragon right there. He had 27 rebounds or something. What did he say? Like, he had some good comments actually.
The Rudy Gobert game. Oh man.
The post-game comments where he was like Ant-Man, Superman, something, Batman, Lakers in 5 or something. He had me dying with some of that shit. It's just too good.
Rudy.
But
oh God.
Rudy. Right.
What if Rudy just kept on this all playoffs? There's no way, but it'd be so funny. We would do that. It would be miserable coming on doing these shows.
Hey, who do the Wolves get next, Tony? Most likely.
I mean,
who do they see next?
Şengün?
No. Golden State. This might happen again, honestly. Golden State plays really small. Like
they're gonna run better offense than the Lakers were running, though.
That's true. That's a good point.
You make fun of me about my ISO ball, but God, I just struggle with it. Like Luka's game is not pleasing to me. Like I really struggle watching him, even when I have money.
Pleasing when he's bad. Like I agree with you. 100%.
And when he's bad, he like looks fat, and like you're like maybe Nico wasn't that crazy as you're watching it. Like he just looks so bad, but when he looks good, he looks good. Obviously, like when those rainmakers are going in, you're like okay.
I mean, honestly, is he still sad that he got traded?
I mean, he could be. He was in his own little comfort zone where he can do whatever he wants. Now he's going to take some harassment. Like Dallas, he was never going to take any criticism. Here, he's going to. I mean, he's going to take criticism in LA. Wait till LeBron's gone. He's going to take even more.
You see how much all those fans loved him? I mean, Rudy. I mean, he could have had bad performance, and they'd still back him 1,000%. In LA, he's definitely going to get some criticism. So. We'll see. But Ant-Man was the better in that series. It'll be interesting, though, for the next series with the Warriors. Because
the next round's going to be awesome with games. I mean, you're getting, even in the East, where a few of these teams I hate, the East will even get a lot better next round. There's going to be some good series.
Dude, I'll say this right now. If Minnesota runs through they ran through the Lakers. If they run through Golden State and then the winner of OKC and Denver / the Clippers, and then they have to like that is a crazy run if they can do it as a 6 seed. Like those are really good teams they're going to have to beat. Like
I mean, they're not really an actual 6 seed though. Like there was like a 1 game difference
their
between
path
3
is like
yeah.
supremely hard in
The
my
West is
opinion.
tough, man. Like the West is think the Clippers the same way. What if the Clippers play them and the Clippers go through Denver and then OKC? Like it's just the West is just brutal. Like you gotta just
Brutal.
battle. You don't have to beat the freaking Pistons to get to the next round. Like you get.
That's what I'm saying though. You get so battle tested by the time you get to that finals and you face Boston or Cleveland, and really they only get like one legit series. It's like,
I mean, I definitely like this. This is what we said last year, though, too. We were loving the West and all the battle. And then Boston came in nice and rested and just crushed them because they're all rested up. They didn't have to beat nobody, where the other teams had to go through wars.
You just keep it in my head, that stupid Warrior series from 2 years ago. I can't like get it out of my head where they just got absolutely owned by Steph and Andrew Wiggins. I can't physically get it out, but they were really good in that series. So
we're still in the first round too. There's still going to be more injuries. I mean, I could only imagine that man in high school. Like if just good luck.
Yeah,
that dude is a specimen. Like imagine me and you guarding him in high school. Like, come on.
I don't think Julius would have ever done that with the Knicks, because I think Julius probably would have hated playing with Jalen Brunson. It's like the opposite. Like where you're like Ant pushes you, like Jalen Brunson, it's like me ball. It's like ISO. He plays like it's ISO ball, Tony. I don't think Julius Randle.
That's ISO for sure.
I don't think Julius Randle would like playing with Luka. I think there's certain guys where, you know, they're cool staying in the corner and stuff like that. Julius Randle is not one of those. He wants the ball. Like he wants to get touches.
Wants
like
the ball.
He does not want to watch. Ant's different because, like I said, like Ant is a very willing passer. I just think it's totally different. So I don't think he would be that guy on the Knicks. Is honestly my take on that. But yeah, it was a short time period though, Benair, right? It wasn't that many games.
And he played good there. It wasn't like he was fine there. He just got injured.
Correct, Sam. Perfect compliment. No, he wasn't bad. I mean, Julius is
just
a
more
good
physical
player.
than Cat, is why I think it might work. Cat might be more skilled, but he's more physical. They need that physicality. Cat's still soft.
Yeah, Cat's more of a finesse big, where Julius Randle's more like
in Minnesota's a tough team. He just fits better. Like, and that freaking GM from Minnesota is good, because I thought it was a terrible trade, and that guy just makes all the right moves.
Conley. Yeah,
I mean,
right.
He built Denver. He built Denver, and then he's done these moves. Like Denver's never been the same since they let him go.
Yeah, Denver. If Denver has to play this team, that's honestly
that's for sure the team Denver they don't want to see for sure. Minnesota owns Denver more than anybody. They're the only team that like fully owns them.
Definitely. I would agree.
And they know it too. I think Jokic knows it. I think they know it.
Yeah.
And the problem is I think they're going to be there, because I can't see Minnesota losing to either one of those other teams. I just can't
Golden
see
State
it.
Or Houston. Yeah, I can't
see it. I mean, they're going to win.
I mean, Steph would have to be like amazing.
It's
Steph
would have a brutal matchup though. Like I don't think it's a good matchup for Steph.
No, it's definitely not.
It's still Steph. So I'm not saying he's going.
I will like Jimmy against the Wolves though. That'll be fun. Little Jimmy action against the Wolves. That'll be interesting there. So Giannis and Randall cannot play on same team. I mean,
what does that have to do with anything?
I don't know what that. Yeah, I don't know what that. Oh, because Sam said now we just need Giannis on the Wolves. Yeah. If you somehow could get rid of Rudy Gobert and get Giannis, you would never lose a game, or very rarely would lose a game if somehow that happened. But yeah, I mean, if I was a player, I'd love to go play with Ant. That's like the dream superstar to go play with. Honestly, is like Jokic, Ant. Those are like two of the best in my opinion. So, All right, Tony, anything else from yesterday's games, or can we move to today?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for
All
the
right.
Pistons series to be over too. I don't like watching this one too much.
No, it's not the best. Honestly, it's one of those series where, like, if you just turned it on in the fourth quarter, you'd be probably pretty cool with
Honestly,
just watching
that's
the finish.
pretty much what I've done. I've watched a lot of the game. I haven't watched full games of this series though, because you know it's going to be close in the fourth too, and then you just turn it on and you watch the end of it.
Yeah, I personally inside, I'm kind of rooting for Detroit to make it 7, so my bet stays alive here. But either way, we'll see what happens here. New York played bad last time out. Detroit at home, back home, where obviously must win to make it 7 here. The question here is, Tony, does the Knicks kind of bounce back after that bad loss? We know they can win, like on the road. Like, it doesn't matter. They can win on the road. They've got the better closers in the game when it's late. We know that. But it definitely, I think it's a lot harder too when you're just expected to roll on a team and they just really fight back. Like, Detroit has fought in every single game. They've been a tough out for this Knicks team. So, do we think that they kind of lose this game and then get back to New York and win the 7 in New York? Or how do you see this game going?
Man, I've just have had no feel for this series whatsoever. Like it's I like the pit. I started liking the Knicks. I bet the Knicks to start the series, and then after the first couple games, I was certain the Pistons were going to do good at home. And then the Knicks win both, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, the Knicks are going to close it down, and the Pistons won. So I basically have been wrong this whole series. I mean, just looking at it, I can't remember each individual. I probably won game 1 for sure. I know I lost game 2. I know I lost game 3 and 4. I think I've only won one game in the series. So I've been definitely wrong on this series. This is the game where I think the Pistons, you want to get your hopes up again, and you just want to be like, okay, they're back home. We want game 7 in the Garden. I just have to think in my head the Knicks shut it down tonight. So they're just a vet team. I think the Pistons still, even though they won the last game, I wasn't like overly impressed with how they played. It was just more like the last 4 minutes, you got Brunson injured, Hart injured. They don't call a timeout. They're just on the sideline. The Pistons keep scoring. It
But
was
the
just a
Knicks
debauchery.
always are injured.
They're always
That's not,
injured,
they're always injured.
which is
Like, that's my
another
problem.
dynamic. Like, I mean, they're just an annoying team. I'm annoyed with Brunson. But overall, I do think they close it down tonight. I mean, look at Brunson. I mean, only 28 fantasy points last game. Hart somehow had 40. Like, Cat's been pretty bad too. I mean, look at your boy Mitch Rob, 35 in 23 minutes coming off. That's
Dude,
almost like
find
the
someone
Rudy
find someone who
Gobert light.
loves you like Tom Thibodeau loves Mitch Rob. Like, that
I
dude
mean,
loves Mitch Rob. I
that's a
keep telling
monster
you,
game
it's
for
crazy.
him.
I
So,
can't believe he actually snatched that many rebounds. He
yeah.
fumbles the ball, like, he fumbles the ball more than any. I can't believe he snatched that many rebounds. It's insane. Played
And the
23 minutes.
Our Thompson brothers are coming to life too. A couple monster showings in a row. I still am on our take though, where I still think when push comes to shove, it's not going to work out. But they have found a little something. I mean, you got to give them credit. We've been hard on them when they've been terrible. Osser
It's
had
like
by far his best game.
the Rudy take. It's like the Ahmed Alser. It's like, I'm 1 for 5 right now. Like, I'll live with 1 for 5, or I'm 5-1, whatever I am, like 4-1. I'll live with that. Like, we
And you
knew
can't
one of
let
these
one
games.
game impact anything, too. You can't let one game in the play. And we all do it. We all fall for it. Everyone, even we've seen it all these years. You can't let one game impact you too much. It's a series. Guys are going to have a good game and a bad game and
He,
all that.
he
So,
went 8 for 10 from the field, too. Like, 8 for 10 from the field. Do we think he's going to do that again? Is the
I mean, there
question.
wasn't many like shots, though, was there? They were all like just being
No, but
aggressive.
I'm just saying, do we think he's going to get that many
I
easy
mean,
looks again? I don't
how
know.
much is he tonight?
4,300. He is cheap.
Oh God, he's cheap. So that's when I like just not playing him though, because he's going
He's
to
going to
be
be owned.
insane.
He's going to be massively on. He's got to be one of the highest projected or highest guys on the slate, right?
You would definitely think. I always hate looking this early in the day because I feel like the numbers aren't accurate. But yeah, I mean, he's got to be him and MPJ. I mean, MPJ's cheap too on this slate. Have to be two of the better ones. But yeah, I mean, this game, honestly, I think we've seen how it's going to play out. Every game has been the same in this series, right? Has there been any? Yeah, I mean, every one of them, for the most part, has been the exact same. Close game to the stretch. Who makes the plays? I think it's the Knicks. Just looking at the pricing, though, I mean, does anything stick out? I mean, it's tough to play these Knicks guys when they keep leaving hurt, but they're also going to play. You're right back to where I assume they play 40-plus minutes again. I know last game those minutes are a little lower. Let me flip back to the Knicks page. Flip back to where they're a little lower, but it was because of the injuries and stuff. Like Hart and Brunson legit missed 7-8 minutes, so they would have been
7-8 minutes where they would have played like most of it too. Like they would have played an extra 5-6 minutes probably.
So I definitely think these guys are still in play. And again, each game these series go later, the more they're going to condense. Like he'll play Mitch Rob for sure, but don't be surprised if Campaign doesn't play. He played 12 minutes last game. Just don't be surprised if they just totally limit this rotation and try to shut it down too. So I think the Knicks have to be in play. And then the Detroit side, I mean, Cade, he got really lucky last game. I was thinking of Fallick when he was freaking doing it because I don't know how he got to 50. He was at 20-something late, and then he started getting some buckets.
He was bad. Again, he was bad. Like and
he got
one
50,
game
which
is
is
going to be
sign.
really good. It's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I just look at the prices, though, and $9,700 for Cade on a Jokic slate. When you can get Brunson for $1,100 cheaper, I'm going to struggle with Cade again tonight. I know he's at home. I'm going to struggle with it. I think he'll be one of the higher owned studs too, just because of how good he's been. I mean, his worst game in the series was 45. He was terrible last game and got 50. The good games where he was pretty good, at least those weren't even full games either, like you said. But I don't think he's capable of like just a full-blown like 80 piece or something. Like I don't think he's ready for that. So you look at the rest of the guys though, like Duren. I mean, Duren's been solid all series. I still don't trust it though. Like I think he's a good play. I struggle with it. So Tobias, decent play. I don't know. I'm just not in love with the Pistons. Like last night, I did pretty good on the main slate just because I focused a lot on Houston and the Lakers, which the Lakers weren't great, but the first game blew out so much that the Lakers guys didn't kill me. But I was climbing hard. If Luka and LeBron had done stuff, it would have been good. So I think I'm going to take a similar approach tonight where these Detroit guys are going to be so heavy owned. I might go a little lower on that and higher on that second game again.
Yeah, I get all that. I just think when you look at Cade's pricing, I'm going back to Cade. I'm sorry, like he was bad these games, and he's got 61 and 50 to show for it in games where I thought he played for massive amounts of stretches bad, fantasy wise. Like you said, he had 20 something with like very little time left in the game, and then some. Like he just has those like. He just will erupt for a short stretch. And one of these games he has to put it all together. And if I do like Detroit, which I kind of do, I liked them last time. I feel like they can push it to 7. I'm probably going to play some Cade. I mean, yeah, Brunson might have a bounce back game. I don't love Cat though as a spend. Just looking at the other guards, like James Hart, like I'm just pulling out point guard, but like James Harden hasn't killed me almost all series. Like I haven't really played him. He had that one good game in game 1. I mean, last game he was terrible. And when he's terrible, he's like actually that's the thing with Cade, I think, is when he's terrible, like James Harden, he's actually terrible. Like fantasy-wise, he's terrible. He's terrible. When Cade is bad, he's putting up 45, 50. That's bad.
I think he's got a lower floor though.
Yeah, maybe. I think he's going to be one of the better players.
I mean, he was cooking freaking the little midget dude. I mean, when he got all kinds when that dude was in there.
Yeah.
What's the dude's name?
McBride, you talking about?
No, Cameron Payne.
Oh,
Cam
campaign.
Payne
Yeah,
was
yeah.
out there running around. Freaking Cam Payne.
Yeah, but like, dude, Jalen Brunson always gets hurt. Like, these guys always get banged up. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. The Knicks, I think from the Knicks side, I would have Brunson probably ahead of Harden just because he's been way better in this. I mean, he had one bad game, but like every other game, he's been just super consistent at 8,600. So I got to have him probably second. I have him ahead of Cat. Um, the other Knicks guys, though, I think I haven't really played OG that much in this series. He's been decent 2 of the games, and then the other, 3 games, not very good fantasy wise at his price. So I think he's fine. If it more like a land on, Josh Hart's been better the last 3 games, like just overall. So I think he's more consistent. If I had to pick, I just never play Mikal Bridges. He's going to have to hit a lot of shots to like really, really hurt me, I think. So I'm probably not going to play him. And then, yeah, like you said, like the campaigns, I'm not going to play. Mitch Robb, this is literally like he could be that guy that you talked about where like they just go super tight rotation and he only plays like 8 or 9 minutes. But he also has he can play 16 to 20-ish minutes. And he has that type of upside in him. Now, I don't think you're getting 35 again. Don't be looking for that. But
yeah, you definitely are getting that again.
Could he give you 20? Like, yeah, he could definitely give you 20 if the game kind of goes his way.
You
I
know what
also,
this team's gonna do though? Like we know the Knicks. There's some teams we know. We
yeah.
know they're playing those 5 dudes unless there's some like those dudes they might play the whole second half again.
Here's the thing though, Tony. Center, unless you're spending up for Yoke.
Well, I'm spending up for freaking Yoke. What do you
Okay, but
mean?
I'm saying for everyone though, like unless you're spending up for Yoke, your Towns, I don't like Towns. Zubac, I don't like Zubac. Duran, I agree with you on Duran. I think he's more in play just because of the slate. Like if I had to play a mid-tier center, I think I would play Duran. Aaron Gordon is a center. I guess he's center eligible.
How do you make him a center anyways? Like, why is he? I guess because he plays backup center when Jokic is out sometimes, maybe.
I guess, yeah. Maybe that's it. But that's the center pool right there. And then you get the cheap guys, the Mitch Rob.
Jokic is only 11-6, though. Like, it's just a free square. You just start with Jokic in there.
I mean, was he a free? Was it a free square last time out? Like, I'm just saying,
He was
like,
still fine, though. He still had 53.
Yeah, for showdown, like the 2-game slate, though. Like, I don't think you won with Jokic.
I mean, I cashed with him easy though, and he had nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
And he didn't even like. Yeah, I mean, okay.
All I'm saying is, okay, you're going to have 1 center in play. I'm saying there's 2. I think Duran is in play at center.
Well, he's definitely in play. Like, he's a solid play. Like, I think I just don't. I still feel like he could have a game where he just. These freaking Knicks, man, they just get all these bullcrap calls. Like, I could just see one game where he just gets it. Like you were saying with Şengün, like, or was it Şengün we were talking about? No, you were talking about.
I was talking about. Who was I talking about? I can't remember.
Oh, Zubac.
Zubac. Yeah.
He's going to have one game where he just gets fouls. Like, Duran is not, where's the sheet? He's not this consistent. 39, 35, 30, 39, 20. Like, it's not that consistent. Like, he's going to have one game where he just gets bullcrap fouls on him.
They just want to play him, though, is the thing. Like, Durant's like one of those guys. They like, if he's not in foul trouble, they want to play him big minutes, which is always nice. Like, it's a luxury when you have those guys. It's like what you're saying with the Knicks. It's like if they can play all 5 guys, they're going to want to play them.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, can they stay healthy and stuff like that? But yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is like, I have it like tiered out. Like Jokic is the best center at the top, obviously. Duran is the best mid-tier center. And then I think Mitch Rob, if you want to go cheap. Those are the 3 centers in play.
So you're still just giving Zubac just no love again. You hate Zubac.
No, because Zubac is giving me Duran numbers most of the time. And Duran is 1,300 cheaper. like, yeah, Zubac's got a higher ceiling. I agree with you. But Durant has been way more consistent. And a lot of this shit, Tony, has been with him in foul trouble for some time, for some of these games. So Durant's given
Yeah.
me, he had the one bad game, 26, and he was in foul trouble. He only played 25 minutes. That was, I think, game one. Then he goes 39, played 37 minutes. Okay. He also had 5 fouls in that game. Another 30. He played 32 minutes, was definitely in foul trouble in that game. He played 38 minutes, 35, and then 33 minutes, 39. Again, what I'll say is they want to play him 37, 38 minutes, maybe 39, who knows. So like he's only hit that really 2 of the 5 games. And when he's hitting it, he's giving you 35 to almost 40 fantasy points. Like Zubac's going to have to get 50 for me to really kick myself that I didn't play him. If he does that, is all I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
and he hasn't hit that. Has he hit that this series? I think he was close one game. Yeah, this game he was close, but yeah, I don't know. You're going to play Zubac on the slate
No, I'm playing
against Jokic?
I'm playing Jokic. I don't have to play.
Oh, I didn't know if you were going to play them both. I didn't know. It sounded
No,
like you
I
like
haven't
both.
been playing. I mean, in Showdown, I've been playing him, not in full slate though.
Right.
I can't play
Yeah.
him. I mean, I think he's solid though. Like I think him and Duran are very similar. Like I don't think either one of them necessarily has like crazy upside in this spot, but I think they're both solid, like both just solid plays. And maybe Jokic doesn't shoot for the whole fourth quarter again, and people get lucky with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, if that's the way Jokic doesn't get there, right? Is if he just lets Jamal. I think a way to do it though, Tony, is like if you're not playing Jokic, it's probably a good idea to play like Jamal or Brown or 2 of like the 4 starters, pretty much at least on all your teams, maybe 3. Because if Jokic doesn't shoot again, then these guys are going to get there. I mean, Jamal is not going to go 17 of 26 from the field again. Like if he does that, then yeah,
One
Jokic
thing I'll
might
say
not get
about old
there.
Jamal, he gets on some burners. When he gets on the burners, you gotta watch out.
Well, maybe he will go. All right, let's go to that game then. So you like the Knicks in the first game, right?
I don't have like crazy conviction. Like I said, I've only hit one of the games in that series, but yes, if yes, I'm on the Knicks tonight.
Okay, and I'll take the Pistons. Let's go to the Denver series. Denver and the Clippers here. Clippers at home, must-win game for them. Denver up 3-2. So, Tony, I mean, it's one of those games. It's not a must-win for Denver, but obviously it'd be nice to close it out here, get some rest, a little rest before the next series. But, if they lose, they go back home 3-3, and, we'll see what happens. But what do you think here? Do you like Denver to just close it out in LA?
Yeah, I mean that's a good question for me. I do think they close it out. I just love the Nuggets as far as fantasy too, because they're just literally going to play 6 guys. I mean, they're not. Peyton Watson's going to get spot duty and play 10 minutes. Jalen Pickett's not going to play. DeAndre could play some backup, but I still wouldn't be surprised if DeAndre just doesn't play one of these games too. Like maybe he plays just the 5 minutes that Jokic is out. That's what he did all 3 of those games. 5 minutes basically. Well, the blowout was different, but both games, game 2 and game 4, he played the 5 minutes that Jokic was out. So 43, 44 for Jokic, 4 or 5 minutes for DeAndre. So yeah, I don't even really count that because Jokic is going to play as much as he wants. So you're literally talking about Jokic, Murray, Gordon, Brown, all playing 40 plus, and then Westbrook and Porter, kind of whoever's got it going in that last spot. But the issue is these guys are so cheap. I mean, Jamal is still under 8K, Porter 5K, Gordon under 6K, Christian Brown 5K. I mean, these guys, even Russell West, I'm not going to play Westbrook because there's way more unknowns, but 4,800. I mean, these prices are insane for guys that are going to play. They're the same minutes as the Knicks guys for way cheaper. Like Jamal, cheaper than Cat. Aaron Gordon, cheaper. They're just cheaper right down the list for no reason when Jokic is going to pass more than Brunson anyway. So I know I'm a homer, so my point doesn't really matter for the Nuggets, but the prices and the minutes are insane for the Nuggets. I just don't. Every Nugget slate until they're priced better, I just don't understand how they aren't. You have to play 3 of them, I think, at least, if not 4. Their minutes are just too low. And then you look at the Clippers. I mean, these guys' prices are more fair to me. Like I agree with your original take. Kawhi's looked the best. He's 8,200. I like that a lot, but Harden's looked bad. I thought he would look better. So you were definitely right on that one. 8,700 feels. How can I play him over Brunson right now at the same price, like you said? So I probably can't. Zubac, I agree with what you said the last post too. I'm not playing How can I play Norman Powell as the 4th option over these Nuggets guys in 5K? I can't. There's no way. So none of those guys. So really, it's only Kawhi at the top, and then you get to the guys I love. I mean, Bogdan. We were on it early. He's going to be insane owned now just because everyone just saw it, and he's 3,300.
No, you called Bogdan. Don't put we in the middle. I'll take credit for my takes, but you called Bogdan.
So everyone's going to play him now, so it almost gives you leverage to pivot off, but the problem is he's 3,300 and he's going back home and he's got confidence and they found something. So I just think, just like all these Nugget slates, I just think it's easy, and we've been dominating these slates. I think we're going to dominate it again tonight because the Nuggets are all too cheap. You play Kawhi, and then these cheapies are all in play. Well, not all, because I think Ben Simmons is pretty dead now as the series goes later. And I actually think
dead.
Like, I know in like Showdown you can still use him, but he's pretty dead. There's still an out though, where if someone gets in foul trouble and stuff, he could play more. But I think that the guy I saw everyone overplaying is Derek Jones. People haven't updated really. Let me pull up the Clippers.
Yeah, I mean, he's behind Batum. Not even talking
way behind too, like way behind.
Batum has been key for the Clippers in this series. When the Clippers do well, Batum's affecting the game.
But so you got those 3 guys though: Dunn, Batum, Bogdan, and we talked about it a lot last game. They're going to want to play these 4 dudes. So like, there's not that many minutes between these other 5 guys: Dunn, Batum, Bogdan, Jones, and Ben Simmons. It's great for Showdown because we can mix and match them, but in full slate, I mean, you're not really looking at these guys. The problem is, though, I mean, these guys are so freaking cheap. I mean, you got Bogdan 33, Batum 35, and Chris Dunn 38. I mean, they're all at home. They're all going to play a little better at home with their wall. I mean, this game's just so much better than the first game for me. I just, same as always, I'm just shoving this game. I mean, I haven't physically put it down, but like, what is it? What does it do here? If we play, just say we play.
I mean,
Kawhi.
say you play 2 of those 3 values with Kawhi, Jokic, and whoever else is your Denver guy.
Yeah.
What does that leave you?
Let's just do it even without Jamal to start with. So let's go. Christian
Kawhi,
Brown
Jokic.
At 53. I mean, I have to play Christian Brown at 5,300. I just, there's no way I'm not playing that.
I agree. Okay.
Bogdan at 33 looks, I mean, it's going to be, he might be over-owned this game just because it flips so hard like that in the playoffs, but still, he's 3,300 playing good.
Whoa.
I'm just playing him. Guard, the other guard.
Well, that's Christian Brown.
Jamal. I don't know. We'll leave that open for right now. But forward, just say you play Batum too, because he's 35.
You got
actually Dunn. I want to put Dunn at the guard because he's definitely going to play, and he's under 4K.
All right, so you got 59.33 for your final 3 spots.
That's what I mean. Team. Like, you're just, you could probably even fit a build like this. Like, what if you can't fit Cade, but you could fit Harden or Brunson or Jamal in this build easy. Jamal definitely, like Jamal, Brown, Jokic, Gordon.
Oh, Jamal fits that build. See, and that's what people will do too, I think, because this will still give them enough money to like maybe go get one of those Knicks mid-tier guys and a cheap Detroit guy, like, and fill out their teams and stuff like that. So you could go straight overboard though and just fully game stack and only play 1 guy from the first game if you wanted to. In those builds though, Tony, I kind of like going with the stud. So playing like a Cade or a Brunson on this team.
I agree.
And then full stacking, maybe I get one more Denver guy in there, like an Aaron Gordon or something like one of those other mid-tier guys, and then you have your last spot. So, yeah, that's a nice build. I like it. I like that
It's just
idea.
the pricing's just wrong. Like all the Nuggets guys are just wrong. Like they're just wrong. The prices are wrong.
Prices are wrong, bitch.
Prices
That's what
wrong,
they are.
Bob.
I think the key is going to be how you rank the Clippers value, which I think we're pretty close. I mean, honestly, I could even just say like maybe play 2 of the 3 value guys for the Clippers and then get 2 guys not named Jokic plus Jokic or Jamal, and you've got a good build right there with Kawhi or James, whoever you like. I mean, I've liked Kawhi this whole series, but if you like James Harden and you think it's just a bounce back, I mean, it wouldn't shock me.
Honestly, it's the way these
could
series
be.
go.
Yeah, it totally
Harden's
could be.
due for a game where he's aggressive for sure. I'm sure they're seeing it in the film that he's just standing.
I mean, he literally is just standing. If I'm Kawhi, I'm like smacking him over the head, like, dude, what the fuck? Are you drunk out there? Like, what are you doing? I mean, like, you're giving me nothing. And Kawhi has been, it's funny, like, since we talked about, him just being mainly a scorer and stuff, he's been awesome. Like, he had 11 assists last game and 9 rebounds. I mean, with 20 points, what more do you want from your best player? And this is my whole point. Like, Harden, just not alpha. Crumbles all the time. Kawhi is alpha. LeBron hated playing Kawhi. All the top tier guys, there was a reason why they didn't like playing Kawhi. Kawhi at his peak, and I'm not saying he's like peak Kawhi because he's definitely not after all the injuries, but he's still really fucking good, and he's definitely the number 1 on this team. Like, it's not even, in my mind, it's not even close. That's not to say, though, James Harden can't come out and have a big game once or twice. But Kawhi's the guy. He's the consistency, right, Tony? Like, Harden is not what I would consider consistent. And that was my whole point. I was like, no matter what, I can go to Kawhi and he'll make the right play. He'll get a good look. He'll get someone else a good look. He'll play some defense. Like, he'll do all those things. Like, Harden, when he's not cooking offensively, he's checked out. And that's what he's looked like to me the past couple games. He just looked checked out.
Yep, no doubt. No doubt. So, it has to mean he's gonna rise up.
Well, if he doesn't, I do think that one of these shooters like Bogey or Norman Powell has to be a decent play, because if Harden doesn't give him anything, they're going to need some scoring, because Kawhi just can't. You can't expect Kawhi to drop like 39 like he did that one game. Like, I'm
curious about Bogey's ownership tonight, because he was. This is how the playoffs work, but he was unowned. Like, how high is he going to be at this owner? Hopefully, the projection. Usually, the projections don't rally as much as we think.
I think him and Osser is going to be 2 of the most popular value plays on the entire slate.
How is he not just like? Because what's like his downside? Even if he played, like he didn't even really play those first few games good at all. And he only had 7, 5, and 7, but
I mean, it's there.
It's still only low 3Ks though. It's like, it's not that bad, really, with all these studs.
The good thing about Bogey is he's at least going to shoot. He's going to at least try. Like, he's going to try and get some shots up.
Man, like, he's a free square to me. It's going to be annoying when he's like 70% owned or something, but
I mean,
he's like a free square. Like, just
he's going to be, because people want to play these studs. Yeah. Like, people want to play Jokic. They want to play Cade. They want to play Brunson. Even Harden. Harden will get ownership, because everyone's going to say the exact same thing we're saying.
His projection's still going to be good too, so
it's probably still going to be higher than Kawhi, which I keep saying is ridiculous.
Think it'll be higher than Kawhi, but still.
I mean, it's been higher than Kawhi almost every game.
Just on like Saber, not on the other ones.
Oh, okay. So,
I mean, his average, just looking at the sheet, he's averaging 4 more points in the series too than than Harden, which
Well, I
was
know
just
for a fact it was higher the first couple games. I know that for a fact. Maybe the
yeah.
last couple. There
Until
is
that
no
one day
way.
when we talked about it last on the show, he was higher because we talked. I was like,
Yeah, that
you were
was like
talking about it, and I'm like, it
that
was
was like
higher.
game 4 or 5.
Yeah, could have been. It could have been the last show. I don't remember when it was. I'm just saying, but it
Yeah,
was probably game 4 because it wasn't. Yeah, it was probably game 4.
probably. Yeah, so it took 3 games for it to adjust, which
It's
kind of
still
makes
going to
sense,
be
I
in the
guess.
same range, anyways. And like on Showdown,
Yeah.
Harden's still 1,600 more than Kawhi. So and that's in utility. So
Let's
what?
pivot there. Let's pivot
2,400
there.
more in captain.
Yeah, so let's pivot to the showdown real quick because let's we got to talk the showdown here. We've had this showdown a bunch.
And they
I know
haven't
you were
changed
close.
anything. So we
Nothing.
got the same which I like because it's just too it's so clear cut that it's not even funny. Like
So
it's pretty
Bogey shipped last time. People all saw it. The cheap dude shipped.
he's
You've
gonna ship
seen
again
Rudy.
too.
You've seen Rudy. No, I'm talking in the captain. We've seen Rudy
Oh
ship.
yeah.
Are you starting to
No.
sway a little bit in your
Um,
convictions here with the cheapies?
this is what's so insane though. So last night I was telling JSU before the show, but with like 3 minutes left in the game, me and Schlong and a few other people had this Luca captain build with Rudy in it, but it was the nuts. Like it was the best team for sure. And that was with Rudy still doing that. And then he had one more outburst after that where he got a few more dunks and stuff. But I mean, this slate is so freaking clear cut. The Denver slates are always going to be so clear cut. That's why I love them for Showdown. I'll always play these heavier than other ones because I mean, even now you narrow it even more, but you got Jokic for sure, which is obviously the best captain in any series because of
Yep.
how much upside he has. But then you got Kawhi and Harden, who I think Harden's going to be very low owned tonight for the captain just because he's only 1,800 cheaper than Jokic and he's 1,600 more than Kawhi. So, like, he's going to fall in the cracks a little bit. And I still think he's got a game in him where he just nukes. So, you got 3 clear-cut captains, and I'll probably be, I don't know, what will I be? 60% Yoke, 30%
Dude, that's crazy
Kawhi.
though. Think about that. So Rudy Gobert ended with what, 64, I think, something
Yeah.
like that. When he had like 54 or something, he
I think
was
he had
not the
like
winner.
48 or 50 towards the end, and then he
Think
like
about that though.
yeah.
He was not the winner with 50. How many times,
It
seriously though, how many times is a mid-tier
I
guy
mean, he
going for
smashed too.
60? No, but I'm just saying though, how many times is a mid-tier
Never.
guy
Like, a
going for
couple times all playoffs.
like Aaron Gordon? These are mid-tier guys though. Think about
Aaron
this for
Gordon
this
always has
slate.
one of these games too where this happens.
I agree with you, but
Yeah,
we're talking one, and I'm just saying, like Aaron Gordon,
yeah.
who's been playing injured, MPJ, like I don't, probably not. You got Christian Brown, who's really good, but is he going for 60? Probably not. Norman Powell, is he going for
No.
60? Definitely not.
The
Like,
scorers can't do it. Like, they got to get other stuff too to get 60.
yeah, you saw that even Kawhi, that game where he scored that much, and did he even hit 60? I don't even know if he hit
55.
60. 55, 57 on
It's right there
DraftKings.
on the sheet. Did it change?
Yeah, it's 57.75.
Oh man, my sheets now. You're gonna get me
Uh-oh.
rattled if my sheet's not accurate.
Uh-oh. DK numbers
No, see, it's not.
57.75.
Oh, you're talking about a different game. I was just talking about the last
I
game.
said the game he dropped 39, the points
Oh,
game, because we were talking about points. You know what I
he had
mean? So I said the game.
55 last game, 57
He
in
had,
game 2.
yes, he had 55.
You had me
last.
rattled. I can't have my sheet
Well,
inaccurate.
because you said the points game, so I went to the points game, not the game where
I
he
was just
did.
talking about the thing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I agree with
I mean, I
you.
think the
So
slate's so freaking easy. Like,
I think in Showdown, I probably want to be higher, even though I've been Kawhi over Harden. If Harden's going to come in lower owned in Showdown, I agree with you that there he has to have one game, and I think if it's a game, it's at home. It's this game. Like they need it. I think he's going to get more calls at home in this spot. This makes the most sense to me. So if there's a spot where Kawhi over Harden, I haven't been Kawhi over Harden every series, but this might be the spot. where I go Kawhi over Harden here.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And it just gets super interesting, the dynamics of everything on this showdown, because just say you play the third stud, whether it's Jamal, whether it's the second Clippers guy, Zubac, Harden, Kawhi, two of those guys. If you play three studs, I mean, you're going to be down in that same range where you play all the best plays, in my opinion. Dunn, Batum, Bogey, even Peyton Watson's cheap. I mean, Derek Jones is the guy that I think will get overowned for like what he could do, just because he's the cheapest at 2K. But like DeAndre's 1K, he's not going to really play. I don't know. I think some of those guys are going to get overowned. So like, one way that you could be different is just play one stud from each team, like Yoke and then Kawhi or Harden, and then you can get a little bit in that mid range. But then a lot of people do that same thing. Or another thing, which gives Jamal, which is why I thought that was the best build last game. I'm stunned it didn't win, was the Jamal, just because if you play Jamal captain over Yoke, you're saving freaking 6K on your team. You're even saving, I mean, so Kawhi's 15-3 in the captain. Jamal's 14-4. Harden's 17-7, which is why he has to be what you said. He's just got to be the lowest owned. His price is so high. So he's got to be a good captain. But, like, so if you play Jamal, let's just say you go Jamal because he's the cheapest. You're going to play Jokic, at least I am. Pick one of the two. Let's just say Kawhi for right now. Actually, let's not. Let's say Harden. Let's say you don't play Kawhi. You're Jamal, Yoke, Harden. That is so, like, unique there and good at the same time, just because you're still down to 3,400. So you got Bogey at 3K, and then you got 3,600. So say if you played a 1K guy in that build, actually it doesn't get you up to anything still. So that's where you get in trouble playing three studs. I mean, what if you put Kawhi in the more chalky build? Murray, Jokic, Kawhi. Now you're up to 78. So that's the build. Like, if you want to be like chalky, Jamal, Yoke, Kawhi, Bogey, a 1K guy, and then you got 7,800. You can play Aaron Gordon, Brown, Porter. You get everybody in that build with that. So that's why Harden, I think, man, Harden's the low owned because you can't get that stuff with Harden in there. So if Harden outscores Kawhi by 10 plus, I think you're leveraging I think everyone's going to play Kawhi over Harden, just looking at the numbers, because that salary does a big difference.
So I can't believe Jamal didn't hit in the captain. That's still the craziest shit ever to me that didn't hit in the captain.
71 fantasy points.
That is wild.
It's only because Kawhi got 55 and Jokic still got in the 50s, so you needed all of that in there. But still, 71.
It's nuts. Yeah, that's crazy.
And he was cheap.
I mean, I agree with you though. Like, on the surface, you look at it like, if you just lock, like if you go Jamal captain, you can get two studs. You can get the Yoke Harden, the Yoke Kawhi and stuff, but it's kind of like the rest of your team is obviously not as good, right? It's like the floor on the rest of your team is not as good, but it's still doable. It's very doable on this slate, especially if you play a 1K guy, right, Tony? You play a 1K guy, and then you push those guys in.
Like, I think it's how I look at it. The good thing about this slate too, though, is you have a lot of studs that people will play, and then they saw Bogey was the winning captain last time. You're always going to get mid-tier captains with
people
studs.
Are going to play it more. It's happened
that's what
the
I mean.
last.
They're going to play it.
Yeah.
So, like, just listen to this though. So, like, just say you assume Dunn and Bogey are the best cheap plays, which I do. Just, I don't see how they're not. Doesn't mean they're the winner. I'm just saying, technically, not counting ownership or anything, the best plays. And let's just say Jokic is the best captain. If you play, let's just say Harden too, because he's more expensive. I like Kawhi better. You like Kawhi better, but Harden might be a better tournament play.
I think Harden's the better leverage play in showdown.
For the 100%. Sake of the argument, though, just say you start with Jokic captain, which is the most expensive, and Harden for the leverage with price. If you plug the two cheap guys in, Dunn and Bogey, you're still at 5,400 for your last two spots, man. Like, that's crazy. I can still play I can still play Zubac or Murray on this build.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that I have Jokic in the utility or the captain, and then I want at least one of James Harden or Kawhi in the utility or the captain, and then I'm just gonna run it from there and see what I get. Because that's my plan. I think I'm gonna play Jokic in I think Harden for the leverage in the captain, and then so I'm gonna get 2 stud builds, Tony, and then I think I'm probably gonna have less of the other stud or the other
This is going
stud
to
on
be
each side.
chalky, though. Like, a lot of people aren't going to play the third. Just know that when you're doing it.
Yes, no,
But
I
the
know
builds
that.
are way better. Like,
They're
I want that
way
to be
better.
clear. But if you play the third and somehow only 3, like, just say Harden gets 65 tonight and Jokic
Yeah,
gets
like
80.
Harden nukes. Like
And the
Kawhi
one
doesn't
other
do
guy gets in the
anything.
50s, you're going to need the 3, which opens up those mid-tier captains like last game too. But I agree
What
with you.
is
The 2 are way better because you're only punting one spot with 2.
way better? Like
And the
so much
mid-range
better.
guys are good. Like, these Nuggets guys are going to play 40 minutes. So, like, they are good plays. Gordon and Brown and
Yeah.
these guys.
I 100% agree. So I'm just wondering though, like what is James Harden's got to be like? The more I think about it, it's like so his points prop like 20 and a half or something like that. To him to get 30s plus 500. What's his triple double number? This has to be a Harden spot. I'm just wondering what the 12 to 1 triple double. It's like Kawhi's not getting that triple double number. He's 28 to 1. Like this could be the Harden game. This could be the Harden triple double. That's how he gets there too, Tony. It's not just scoring. Like he can do all the other shit to get like he could have a massive fantasy game. Like
I mean, he still had the biggest. He had a 60 burger. Kawhi hasn't got the 60 in the series. He had a 60.
yeah,
So
no.
it's there. Like, it's in the chamber. And you know that they've lost 2 in a row now. You know Ty Lue's the master of adjustments. You know he's like, Harden, come on, man. Tonight's the night. You got to be aggressive.
Dude, he took 14, 11, and 9 shots his last 3 games. And he's only been to the free throw line 6, 6, and 8 times in those games. Yeah. Something with that is going to change. There is no way he's shooting 9 times. There's no way. I will be stunned if he doesn't shoot the ball 20 times today.
Yeah, it's going to be the Harden game, I think. I'm with you. It's going to be the Harden game.
I'm going to bet it's got to be. I'm going to bet his props too. All those props. It's got to be. This is the spot right here. I don't like James Harden. I'm not like a big Harden guy, but if there was ever a time, it's this spot right here. So Kawhi's done so much. Like Harden's got to give him a little relief. This is the relief game right here, I think. Just like game 1, I think this is a good spot. So, all right, we talk showdown here. Oh, are you like, I'm assuming Jokic is your number 1 captain.
Oh,
are you going to go Harden?
By like a significant amount, yeah.
Are you going to go Harden too, like me, though?
Time. Huh?
Are you going to go Harden too, like me, though? Or are you going to still have
I'm
Kawhi?
Going Harden too. Yeah, I'm going Harden too. Kawhi 3.
So Harden 2.
I do think Kawhi's still a better play, but that doesn't matter when you're building teams.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. So would you go Kawhi 3, Jamal 4 if you had to rank?
No, I would go Jamal 3. Jamal's price is so cheap that Jamal technically probably is the best captain based on price, but I mean Jokic is just his ceiling and his floor is just too big.
Because the Jamal captain 3 stud build looks the best.
Yeah,
if you just
I think it is the best.
It's the best. So if I do play like a 3 stud build, I think it's on a Jamal captain team. Because I just ran it and looking at these teams, like different,
they're way better.
They're way better. You know what I mean? I
also trust him by far the least of the 4 studs too, though. Even though he's my boy,
right?
I doubt because his floor is. I mean, look at some of his games where he struggled. I mean,
but this team, Tony,
30, 39. I mean, one game ago we were like, you were. What were you saying last game? You were like, he doesn't have the ceiling in this series or whatever you were saying.
No, I think he's hurt. I think he's winded. That's how he looked.
He gets 71. I'm just looking at it like, how the hell on one free throw? He had one free throw.
You watch some of these games and the looks he was getting and just not making. Like he was either short or he was too, and it just looked to me like, I don't know if he didn't have the legs under him. It looked like he was tired, like huffing and puffing some like first quarters. And I'm just sitting there like, what's wrong with him? And then he comes out in this last game and I mean, he looked great. So I don't know. That's a 1-game sample though. And I try not to like overreact to, even though he was amazing. So do we think like Jamal is 100% back, or do we think there's still like a question?
I just think he's
like
a streaky bastard that when he gets hot, he just gets I mean, he gets hotter than anyone in the world. Like
then you should play him again. Like you should play him like 100%. Because if you think it's
tonight's the night Jokic is gonna just nuke. Like I just feel like he's gonna nuke.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Jokic game. It's gonna be Jokic Harden.
Either that or the Clippers are just going to pound him and we're going to go to game 7. But I think either Jokic is going to put his foot down and he's going to just say this series is over.
The way this series goes, though, man, I just feel like it's just going to be tight. Like it just always feels like it gets tight. Even that game where like they had it and then all of a sudden the lead, Denver, and then all of a sudden the lead just dwindled.
They were up 20 going to the 4th the last 2 games.
Oh, I know. And you were texting me like the whole game because you must have felt really good. You were like, they were pounding
them. You guys in your jinx, like, you guys are like Uncle T. You jinxed it. Like I didn't jinx shit. I say the same
I didn't
thing.
say you jinxed it. I said that
I heard
you
and Rubio driving, like, you was texting me and you guys were doing this and you did that.
All giddy, and then all of a sudden, just boom, like that.
All I see is right here. Nuggets 101-99, bitches.
Aaron Gordon savior on a pass. That was a pass from Jokic. Tony still swears by it. It was a nice assist. So there's Uncle T. Uncle T catching strays. No one's shocked by that. So,
he texted me too. You jinxed him or something. He said. I don't remember his exact words.
Hey, it's why we don't look, Tony, and you're the same with that. We don't look before it's final. So there's a reason why you don't look. Just saying.
I'm watching the game. You can't jinx it when you're watching it.
You don't want to be sick is why. You don't want to be sick when you're going from winning all the money to just like
showdown,
$20 or something. And you're like, what the fuck just happened here? It's like NASCAR in a way. Like NASCAR every single weekend. Like you could be winning all the money and then all of a sudden one thing happens in NASCAR. You
could be winning all the money with one lap left.
Yeah. And your teams go from winning to dead so fast. So, all right. Who's your guy? Who's your favorite guy tonight? Can't say Jokic.
I mean, my favorite just play on is Bogey again. I mean, he's just free. So like, he's super chalky though. Low owned. I mean, I think we're on the Harden spot where I think that's my low owned. I'm trying to think of the other game. Again, it's 2 games. I don't know how tricky you got to be. I don't see a lot of trick tonight. I don't think
you have to be tricky. I just said don't say
Bogey's the best play again. He's just too cheap. Like he's in showdown and main slate. He's just free, and he's back at home.
I'm going to take the Harden spot from you. The more I look at it, I'm going to take the Harden spot here. I'm not going to get this is kind of tricky though because he's still got to outscore some pretty good guys, but. Like it's just gotta be this game, so I'm gonna go with it. Hopefully, it doesn't.
Honestly, he's got to outscore even Cade, even though Cade's more expensive. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Same range,
he has to. No, I agree with you.
He's got to outscore Brunson and Cade,
or at least one of them. At least
be
one.
Close to him. Like if he's close, then he's got to outscore Brunson for sure. But like Cade, if he gets close to him, because it's a 1K difference, so.
Well, you could also play Harden in one of those guys.
Yeah.
Because we just did the build with Kawhi. You know what I mean? Like, so you could play Harden in one of those guys and stuff like it. Just be you couldn't get Jokic, I think. Or you could actually. You could
get creative. That's why Showdown's so nice. Hey, you can definitely
I meant in the main slate. I meant the main
too.
slate.
You can you got guys like Bogey are free. It opens things up.
That's what I'm saying. So you can still play Jokic Harden in one of Brunson or Cade if you really wanted to, is what I'm saying. That's all.
Easily.
That's all
I mean, on the team I put together in 2 seconds, I had Brunson on that build with Jokic and Kawhi.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. All right. That's going to do it here for this show. we will be back tomorrow because we've got the Rockets, right? So we'll have a showdown tomorrow. Is that what's happening? Okay.
Probably nothing on the weekend though with the shorter rotation.
No, yeah, probably nothing for the weekend, but that's all right. It'll still
there
be
might only be what one game. Well, if depending on tonight, there might only be one game all weekend.
Well, yeah, it depends on. So Saturday, if both these series close out tonight, then Saturday will be a wash. There'll be no games. Sunday will definitely have one game because that's the Pacers Cleveland
and then
series
Boston's
that'll start
Monday.
up. Boston's Monday. Golden State Houston game 7, if Houston wins, would be on Sunday. That would be the other game. So we could have a stretch with one game slates for multiple days now.
I'm good with that because they'll give us big prize pools.
Yeah, especially on these days, like where there's not much going on too. Like
we would have got such a good one tonight for this freaking showdown if it wasn't for the damn Pistons and Knicks.
So good.
It's big, but I bet it would have been double that if they didn't have to do the 2-game stuff too.
Oh, definitely. I think it would have been. It could have been $200K to first.
God. Oh well.
That's all right. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you did, hit the like button on the video. RPS 15 for 15% off. If you want to come join us over there, we'll have our full showdown, player pool exposures, and thoughts on the NBA slate builder, me, Big T, and JVC. If you guys want to check that out and you're a member, make sure you scroll all the way down to the bottom. We'll have the 2-game slate as well on that slate builder, heat map, all the other content we got over at Run Pure Sports. Make sure you get in the Discord as well. Check us out and enjoy the slate of games. Good luck in your DraftKings, DFS, and bets. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Big T and myself. We're out of here.